What's going on, everybody? My name is Nathan Popa, director, writer, and producer of The Prince. I wanted to talk a little bit about the inspiration for the film and where exactly did I, get the idea and how did I go about filming this. It was definitely a challenge. The whole film was shot in 1 week. I had 1 week prior to shooting where I was by myself, and I was, building all the sets. Pretty much, I was designing them. About 4 days in, I got a friend of mine, Kaupo, who was the production manager for The Prince. I got him to help me out a little bit, and he did all the scheduling. He helped me out a little bit in designing, but also he heavily managed the whole production. It was all really in his hands. It was really the two of us, going into production, and it was like I said, it was quite a challenge.
Dagger. Trin is going to yell no. He's going to come down with the dagger to Arto. Arto is going to catch the wrist. As soon as he catches that wrist, okay, everyone pops up in shock and you start yelling, going crazy.
As far as inspiration for the film, I'm personally a huge fan of a lot of Tolkien's work, and not only just the Middle-earth saga and the Lord of the Rings, the Silmarillion, and so on and so forth. I also love a lot of his poetry. Some of the books that he, the small little stories that he had put together. I was a huge fan of that, and still am, obviously. And I kind of drew this idea with this witch in the forest, and it was kind of a haze. It was just like, all right, let's get like a prince. He goes to the forest. He sees this this woman, this siren in the forest, and she tempts him. And I initially left it off. I made like a 3-minute video back in like 2019, and I left it where she offers him the cup, and he puts his hand out, and we don't know if he actually takes it or not. And then I was planning on just leaving it the way it was, and I posted it, and so many people said, like, all right, well, what happens next? What happens next? I never really thought about making a full-fledged film out of just this small idea, but then then it happened. I went back to the idea, and I wrote a whole script with dialogue. Not the whole script, about maybe 75% of it. With dialogue and all that, and as I kept going with it, I realized this is gonna take a huge budget. There's no way I can do this by myself. And I put it aside, and I started writing some other stuff. And then one day I woke up out of bed, and this is exactly how it happened. I woke up out of bed, and I was like, I'm gonna film The Prince.
All right, ready? And in 3, 2, 1, rolling.
I immediately did whatever I had to, and that's when I started 1 week into designing everything. And then I decided that I was not going to put any audio in the film. There's going to be some audio elements, but there's going to be no dialogue. It's going to be heavily driven by the actors acting, without words, and the music reinforcing everything that you're seeing on screen. And in that sense, I was hoping to make something, unique and also very powerful at the same time, to show also that, the strength in the acting, where acting is so much of, a look, just one look, the squint of an eye, the movement of the body, all that tells a story. And that is what I wanted to portray with this film. And of course, there's so many details, you know, that go into filming the stuff that I couldn't possibly talk about everything right now. But all in all, yeah, it's bringing together my love of mythology and history and combining the two. And Estonian history hasn't really been shown in pop culture and all that, and I figure that this was, you know, because I live here, of course, this was the best route of approach. This was a new world to explore, and the final product is the first in a trilogy that I'm going to be filming. The first film, as you just seen, it's a 40-minute film. It's a world-building aspect. It sets the stage. It sets the stage for what is to come in the second and third films, which will be full-length films with dialogue. So, yeah, strange way of filming it, but this is how it happened, and you know, let's roll with it. And that's it. But anyway, yeah, thank you so much. You know, thank you so much for watching the film. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time.